Hi friends, we're back again. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what we're learning this week in preschool. One of the things that we are talking about is pastel colors and springtime. So I wanted to show you some fun activities to do with both of those. So first I want to tell you what a pastel color is. Pastel colors are colors that you add lots of white to make them a really, really light color. So for instance, I'm going to take some of this Play-Doh that we played with in preschool last time we were in class. We have this dark colored Play-Doh, and I just made this white Play-Doh today. So we're going to mix a whole bunch of white with this colored Play-Doh, and we're going to see what color it ends up and how it ends up looking different than the other Play-Doh that we have. We have to just keep squishing it and turning it and squishing it and turning it until it all mixes together. And I'm going to take just a minute. See how it's starting to get lighter and the colors are starting to blend together. So we're almost ready here. Okay, that's pretty good. So, can you tell the difference between the old color, which is this one, and the new color that we added with white? It's a bit lighter, right? This one's the pastel color. So you can do this in lots of ways. You can do it with Play-Doh, like I just showed you, or you can do it with crayons. So with crayons, it's easy. You just color in whatever color you want to use that's dark, and then you take the white crayon that we don't get to use very often and you color over the top of it, and it lightens it up and makes it more of a pastel color. Okay, you can do that with any color of crayon that you want, and you gotta push pretty hard with that. Whoops, my crayon broke. I was pushing so hard. And it turns it into a pastel color. Okay, another way you can do it is by mixing paint. So I have this blue color right here, and I'm going to use this paint tray, and I'm going to put a little bit of blue there. And before I mix it, I'm just going to put some paint on my paper so you can see it before I change it. So that's the blue that it looks like before we make it a pastel color. And then we're going to add some white to it. I'm almost out, so it's gonna take a minute to come out. Come on, white. Let's go. It's almost there. There we go. Okay. So we got our white, and we're gonna swirl and swirl and swirl until it all mixes together. See how much lighter that is? And then if I paint that right here next to my other blue, it's a nice light pastel color. Okay, so that's what pastel colors are. Oh, there's also chalk. A lot of you have just plain old sidewalk chalk at your house. Most of those colors are light pastel colors too. And did you know you can use these on paper? Of course you can color on the cement outside, but you can also use chalk on paper too. And you can make fun little rainbows and pictures with your chalk. And you can even use your finger to smear it together and blend. Okay, those are some fun ideas with coloring with pastels. Now I want to get to our fun experiment. So let me get these out of the way. Get my Play-Doh out of the way and my paint.
And why do you need pastel colors?
Because that's what we're learning about this week.
Oh.
Okay, now this part is kind of for the parents, but you guys can watch too. I have some baking soda here. I've already made my colors of baking soda over here, but I wanted to show you how I did it. It's a little bit tricky. You can't just add the food coloring right into the baking soda or it just clumps up. So I have a little bit of water here, and I'm gonna add my food coloring to the water first. I found that it's way easier and way more fun to shake it in a bag rather than try and stir it in the bowl and the spoon. It just comes together a lot quicker, and the kids can help do some of the shaking. So I'm gonna add, we want light, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of food coloring. And use my spoon to stir it together. I don't know, it got some yellow in it. It might be more of an orange. And then I'm gonna dump it right here into my bag with the baking soda. And I want a little bit of air in there. Don't push all the air out because you want it to be able to move. And then we shake it. And we squish it as we go to get the clumps out. And shake, shake, shake until it turns whatever color you put in there. This one's pink. Okay, and then I just dump it right back in the bowl. Now here's where it gets fun. This is where the kids get to jump in. We're gonna put it in any design that you want onto a cookie sheet. You could make a flower design, you could make a picture of a heart, you could do shapes, you could do whatever you want, but we're just gonna do a rainbow here to be quick. My kids are excited to do the experiment. We have our green, we have our blue, we got some clumps. We'll mix it up, we'll get them all out. Okay, there we have our fun little rainbow. And this is where the kids get to jump in. We each have some vinegar. This is just apple cider vinegar. And I will take that camera, Tanner, and I'll let you do this part. You can use a medicine dropper. You can just use a teaspoon. I have a couple of each here. And we get to drop it on our rainbow and see what happens. Okay, you guys, go ahead. Let's see what happens. We get bubbles. Get a little more. Oh, look, we're bubbling rainbow. And you can do just a little bit at a time and then spread more baking soda over the tray, or you can just dump it all like I did. Because once it bubbles a certain amount, it will just stop bubbling. It depends on how long you want this activity to last. And you can see some of them wouldn't mind doing just a little at a time. Some are going a little crazy, doing it as fast as they can.
If you get it where it's already bubbled, it just bubbles more.
Yep, that's a good observation.
Yeah, so it's noisy.
See the dried up
Yeah,
bubbles?
you can hear it.
Dried up bubbles. It gets higher.
Mm-hmm.
Go, look, it's almost going to overflowing. Green's mixing up in the blue.
Yep, that's a good way to learn about mixing colors too. If you put two colors together that
Sophie.
mix.
Now I could barely see any color. And my vinegar.
Now it's all melting. It's all sinking.
Zoe.
All right, you guys keep going. So this is just a fun little activity that's not very expensive if you have baking soda. I just buy the big orange bag at Costco, and it lasts us forever. I just did like 3/4 of a cup of baking soda for each color, and then a couple tablespoons of water and the food coloring. It's super easy and it's super fun, and the kids love making bubbles and they love making messes. Whoa, now it's getting out of control. Okay, I hope that you guys get some good ideas from this, and I hope that you guys send me lots of pictures of the fun things that you're doing. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.